What is going on, people of the YouTube universe? This is the Madison Sports Take. Hey everybody, how you doing? This is going to be the second upload of the day here, and we're going to be talking about what the hell has been happening with the trade deadline these past 24 hours. Of course, Phoenix, number 46, Aaron Baines, shout out Baines Fan Club on Twitter. Of course, the Pistons let off last night about 12:26, about 12:30 last night, trading DeLon Wright for Corey Joseph and 2 second-round picks. Kind of already talked about it. Really don't need to talk about it anymore. Then we go to 10:23 a.m. The Denver Nuggets are acquiring center JaVale McGee from the Cleveland Cavaliers for center Isaiah Hartenstein, a 2023 second-round pick through number 46, and an unprotected 2027 second-round pick. Denver's getting JaVale McGee. I mean, for Isaiah Hartenstein, a guy who, quite honestly, doesn't play that much, the Nuggets definitely won this trade. Nuggets, I would say, definitely won this trade. They got JaVale McGee. I mean, he's a deep bench guy. You know, they're trying to get their bench a little bit more structured and more modest. You know what I'm saying? Because you already have Jokic, who is a triple-double machine. You got Jamal Murray, who's been kind of eh. But honestly, this is good. This is good for the Nuggets. And then the Orlando Magic continue to listen to offers for Nikola Vucevic. And then at 11:05 today, the Orlando Magic are trading all-star center Nikola Vucevic and Al-Farouq Aminu to the Chicago Bulls for Otto Porter Jr. and Wendell Carter Jr. and 2 first-round picks. This is the most interesting trade I've seen in a long time. The fact that the Bulls traded Otto Porter and Wendell Carter for Vucevic and Al-Farouq Aminu just cements the fact that Nikola Vucevic is such an underrated player. He is one of the top 10 centers in the NBA. I don't care what you say. This guy's a stud. He's 30 years old. He's a little bit on the older side, but I'm telling you, this guy's a stud. So underrated. The Bulls. Vucevic and LaVine together? Yes. I'm not even a Bulls fan, and I love this. Nikola Vucevic? Good for you, dog. You're going to freaking Chicago. Good for Chicago. And for Orlando, it just seems like they just sold all their players. They're just selling. Because, then we go on to Boston finalizing a deal to acquire Orlando guard Evan Fournier, which brings back the fact that Orlando's just, here, have our players. Just take them. We're selling them. Boston finalized a deal to acquire Orlando guard Magic guard Evan Fournier for 2 second-round picks. I mean, Boston, that's a W for Boston. Let's keep going. Then Orlando Magic and Denver Nuggets are finalizing a deal that would send Aaron Gordon and Gary Clark to Denver. Denver stacking up. Aaron Gordon, Nikola Vucevic, and Jamal Murray on the same team. I'm interested to see it. I don't want to call it a WL or an N. This is a very neutral trade, I honestly think, because if Aaron Gordon can prove himself, this is going to be a W for the Nuggets fans, man. And for Denver in general. And then Sacramento Kings finalized a deal to trade Nemanja Bjelica to the Miami Heat. I mean, okay. Good for Miami. I mean, I don't really know a lot about Bjelica, but I know he's a bigger dude. Bjelica had been averaging a career low 16.9 minutes per game for the Kings this season. And Miami is sending Mo Harkless and Chris Silva to Sacramento. I mean, not a big blockbuster trade. And then we got another one here. The Bulls sent Daniel Gafford and Chandler Hutchinson to the Wizards in exchange from Tony Brown Jr. and Mo Wagner. I mean, that's like a blah trade. Like, those players are kind of eh. Mo Wagner, shout out Mo Wagner. Go Blue. Acquiring the Philadelphia 76ers acquired Oklahoma City Thunder guard George Hill. New York Knicks forward Ignas Brazdeikis. Iggy Brazdeikis, shout out. In the 3-team trade, I mean, Thunder get Austin Rivers, Tony Bradley. I mean, cool. That's not much of a. It's not a headline grabber. Toronto Raptors made their first major move. Norman Powell to the Portland Trailblazers. Now, this, and they traded. The Trailblazers traded Gary Trent Jr. Rodney Hood. Rodney Hood. All right, Gary Trent Jr. Great for the Raptors. I think Gary Trent Jr. is going to be great on the Raptors. But Norman Powell, the Pistons killer, going all the way to Portland is only good for the Pistons. Because Norman Powell lights us up. Norman Powell is a great shooter. Another underrated guy. I think he's going to do great with Lillard. Because you have Lillard and Powell on the court at the same time. And Powell plays as good as he does against when he plays the Pistons. Blazer Nation, rise up. I'm loving it. Blazer Nation, let's go. Utah Jazz are acquiring guard Matt Thomas from the Toronto Raptors. Sorry. The Atlanta Hawks finalizing a deal to send Rajon Rondo to the Clippers in exchange for Lou Will. I mean, Rajon Rondo's back in LA with a different team. And Lou Williams gets to go onto the Hawks. And he gets to mentor Trae Young. I think this is a W for both teams. Toronto Raptors traded Terrence Davis to the Kings for a future second-round pick. Okay. Guy's averaging 6.9 points in 34 games this season. Nice. But, I mean, dude, it's just another one of those, like, here. There you go. Kind of trades. Pelicans have indicated that Lonzo Ball will not be traded at the deadline. Literally minutes before the 3 o'clock hour, it was like, where's Lonzo going? Where's Lonzo going? Is Lonzo going to get traded? Is he going to the Knicks? Is he going to the Bulls? Is he going to the Clippers? And he didn't go anywhere. God, shout out Troy Dan, but like, dude, that would have been unbelievably funny if Lonzo actually ended up getting traded. But, I mean, man, Lonzo staying. I think he's going to leave a free agency, but he's riding out with the Pelicans. And then this was the big one. This was a big one. Houston Rockets finalized a deal to send Victor Oladipo to the Miami Heat. Heat will send Avery Bradley and Kelly Olynyk and a 2022 first-round swap rights in exchange for Oladipo. I mean, Oladipo is going where I think he kind of wanted to go. I think that's a W for Miami, but Houston getting Avery Bradley and Olynyk, dude, it's interesting because the Miami really doesn't have a backup center. Toronto Raptors have decided not to trade Kyle Lowry, another big one. I mean, goodness, like it was huge press that Kyle Lowry was going to get traded. He was going to get traded. And he's not getting traded. I wonder what he's going to do this summer because he just turned 35 years old today. He is no spring chicken anymore. Where does he go from here? Does he stay with Toronto? Does he go somewhere else? I don't know. I mean, this has been a pretty crazy NBA trade deadline, but not a lot of big, like, blockbuster things happened. John Collins didn't get traded. Lonzo didn't get traded. Lowry didn't get traded. Drummond, apparently, there's still no I-2 to my knowledge as of this video right now, filming in real time. I don't know what's happening with Drummond at all. I have no clue what is happening. Yeah, it's literally just looking like the Cavs are reportedly going to buy out his contract. Which, honestly, Drummond getting bought out, I mean, I understand, but dude, you guys paid him the bag last season, and you're buying out his contract the next season. Like, dude, wow. That just goes to show you what the league and what teams think of Drummond. He's an old school dude. He's a rebound machine. One of the best rebounders of this generation of new players. But he's just not that good. That's my hot take. Drummond still is not that great. He doesn't help you win games. Does he? Does he? What do you guys think about this NBA trade deadline? Did your team get a player? Did your team lose a player? How do you feel? Do you feel happy? Do you feel sad? What's going to happen with Drummond? I'm going to just make another video soon. Thank you so much for watching, everybody. And as always, see you in the next one.